On a clear July day in 1937, the world watched as Amelia Earhart, aviation pioneer, embarked on the final leg of her round-the-world flight. Somewhere over the Pacific, she and her navigator, Fred Noonan, vanished. No distress call, no wreckage, nothing. The silence that followed became one of history's greatest mysteries. Earhart wasn't just a pilot, she was a global icon, a symbol of courage and possibility. How could someone so famous, so well-equipped, simply disappear? The search that followed was massive, but yielded no answers. Theories flourished, some plausible, others conspiratorial. Each tried to fill the void left by her disappearance, to explain the unexplainable. Nearly a century later, the questions remain. Was it a tragic accident or something more? Earhart's story endures, a legend lost to the ocean, her fate still shrouded in secrecy. What really happened to Amelia Earhart? The truth remains as elusive as she was on that fateful day. To understand the mystery, we must first understand Amelia Earhart. She shattered expectations, becoming the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic and a global superstar. Her achievements, speed records, best-selling books, advocacy for women, made her a household name. Earhart saw aviation as a great equalizer, where skill mattered more than gender. Her final flight was front-page news, her every move followed by an adoring public. The idea that such a high-profile pilot in a state-of-the-art plane could simply vanish was unthinkable. Earhart's impact went far beyond aviation. She inspired women everywhere to chase their dreams. Her loss was a blow to progress, and her legend only grew. That's why her disappearance still fascinates us. She flew toward the horizon, only to become an eternal enigma. The world lost a star, but gained a mystery that refuses to fade. Amelia Earhart's spirit still soars, inviting us to wonder what lies beyond the next horizon. July the 2nd, 1937. Earhart and Noonan take off from Lae, New Guinea, aiming for Howland Island, a tiny dot in the vast Pacific. The U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca waits to guide them in by radio. But as the flight progresses, Earhart's transmissions grow faint and anxious. She reports cloudy weather, low fuel, and an inability to see the island. The Itasca hears her, but she can't hear them. Her final words: "We must be on you, but cannot see you, but gas is running low." Then, "We are on the line 157, 337. We will repeat this message. Wait." After that, only silence. The Electra vanishes near Howland, swallowed by the Pacific. No distress call, no confirmed position, just a blank slate. The world's greatest aviator had flown into a mystery. Had they overshot the island? Run out of fuel? The questions began immediately. The silence that followed was as chilling as the disappearance itself. Earhart's final flight became the stuff of legend and endless speculation. Earhart's last transmission triggered the largest search in history. 66 aircraft and 9 ships scoured 250,000 square miles of ocean. Pilots and sailors searched for any sign, oil slicks, debris, a life raft, but found nothing. The search was exhaustive, but the Pacific gave up no clues. How could a 10,000-pound plane simply vanish? The official search ended after 16 days. Earhart and Noonan were declared lost at sea. For many, this was deeply unsatisfying. Had they searched the right place? Was the Electra somewhere else entirely? The lack of evidence only fueled speculation and alternative theories. The official story felt incomplete, leaving a void for legend and conspiracy to grow. The most accepted theory is the crash and sink. Earhart, unable to find Howland and low on fuel, likely ditched in the ocean. The Electra would have sunk quickly in deep water, leaving little trace. Earhart's final transmissions support this low fuel, lost, no island in sight. The Pacific near Howland is over 18,000 feet deep. Finding wreckage would be nearly impossible. Yet some doubt remains, no debris, and reports of strange radio signals after the disappearance. The theory is logical, but the lack of proof keeps the mystery alive. Sometimes the simplest answer leaves the most haunting questions. Another theory suggests Earhart landed on Nikumaroro, a remote atoll southeast of Howland. Tigar researchers point to radio signals, a possible landing site, and artifacts. A woman's shoe, a sextant box, fragments of aircraft. In 1940, bones were found on the island, later lost, but reanalysis suggests they could have belonged to a woman of Earhart's height. Other clues, aluminum, plexiglass, a 1930s American cream jar, add intrigue, but no smoking gun. The pattern of lost evidence has fueled suspicions of a cover-up or incompetence. Did Earhart survive as a castaway only to die waiting for rescue? The Nikumaroro theory adds tragedy and a sense of missed opportunity to the legend. The truth remains tantalizingly out of reach. A darker theory claims Earhart and Noonan were captured by the Japanese after straying into the Marshall Islands. Locals later told stories of a white woman and man held prisoner. Some claim to have seen their plane. US and Japanese governments deny any evidence, dismissing eyewitness accounts as unreliable. Key documents are missing or classified, fueling suspicion. A photo once thought to show Earhart in Japanese custody was debunked. Was she a spy, sacrificed to avoid war? Or is this just another layer of myth? The capture theory endures, fed by secrecy and the absence of definitive proof. The strangest theory claims Earhart survived and returned to the US as Irene Craigmile Bolam, a New Jersey housewife. The idea, based on physical resemblance and circumstantial evidence, was popularized by a 1970 book. Bolam denied it, produced documents, and sued the publisher. The book was withdrawn. Still, some insist her denials were part of a cover-up. DNA tests were never done, and records remain elusive. Historians reject the theory, but it persists, proof of our desire to believe heroes never truly disappear. The legend of Earhart's secret life is as enduring as her disappearance. Decades later, the search for Earhart continues, now with deep-sea robots and sonar. Expeditions have mapped the ocean floor, found tantalizing clues, but no definitive answers. Why do evidence and records keep vanishing? Who would want the truth hidden? Was it a tragic accident, a cover-up, or something more? The mystery endures, a reminder that some horizons remain out of reach. Earhart's spirit of adventure lives on, inspiring new generations to search. As long as we keep looking, her final flight isn't truly over. The legend of Amelia Earhart remains unfinished, unforgettable.